All right, guys, welcome back for Delve League, which is our 17th league. This is what made it where we could right-click on our stats tab in the drop-down list to send it to the far left of your tab list, which is a huge quality of life feature. Added a league information panel where you can view during character creation, which is really neat. Item filters are now capable of displaying mini-map icons and light beams for specific categories of items, making them much harder to miss, which is really cool. Added the capacity to use custom local sound files in your item filter. This is something I'm personally a huge fan of. Imported dialogue options like quests are now highlighted in the NPC dialogue window. For Xenomods, so you're going to notice the font gets a little bit smaller here. Onslaught, Bloodlines, Ambush, Fortune Favors the Brave, Alternate of Same Tier, Beyond, Essence, Nemesis, Shaped, Teeth 1 through 10. Then we have Harbinger, and then Elder, Tier 1 through 15. So, in case you're not familiar with what a Shaped map does or an Elder map does, so the Shaped is going to automatically upgrade to the highest version of that map. So if it was a 1 through a 10 map, it would automatically upgrade it. If it was a 1 to 11 and then go up to tier 15, what Elder did is make any map tier 16. And I really would like to see some implementation of Elder Orbing again. I really enjoyed Elder Orbing. Delve. So the league adds an infinitely scaling dungeon called the Azurite Mine. You can find a deposit of Voltaxic Sulphite in its zone, which Nico the Mad will collect to power his crawler, which is used to guide the player in the delve throughout the deadly darkness. Each delve can contain items or azurite, which can be used to upgrade your equipment and items to help in future delves. Delves can contain special bonus boss encounters and stockable currency items, which influence the type of mods created on an item. The uniques added were Mark of Submission, the Primordial Chain, Demon Stitcher, Soul Rest, the Grey Spire, Doriani's Malconation, Command of the Pit, Cerebus Limb, All's Uprising, Crown of the Tyrant, Helm Negator, Doriani's Delusion, then the Meadow, Mountain, and Volley Rings, which make the Precursor emblem. Here are the various locations to get the different delve modifiers. So if you're ever curious where to get a specific fossil from, you can go to whatever fossil you're looking for and then look at the available ones so you can find exactly what you're looking for out of the delve fossils for farming purposes. For delve, few links here. The Delve League, the Delve Wiki, the Delve level scaling Reddit thread, which is, or no, that's not the Reddit thread. That is the PoEDB thread, which goes through and gives you the exact modifiers for however deep you go. This is really, really helpful if you're wanting to deep delve. It's not such a big deal if you don't care about deep delving, but if you care about deep delving, it's a very good resource because it lets you know how tanky you need to be to go to X% further down than where you've been currently. Reception and implementation. Delve was overwhelmingly positively received. Lots of players really enjoyed the mechanic, while several just did not like the requirements of Sulphite and Azurite to sustain. This is now core to the map device. I think the lesson that can be learned from deep delve, or from endless delve, is that Sulphite is not a needed mechanic at all. We could just have Azurite, and you could just have Sulphite be limitless, and it's fine. It's just fine. If people want to play delve, let them play delve. Again, I'm coming at it from the point of player experience and player agency. I'm always going to look at those things. The developer may have different opinions because they may see that, oh, this would really impact our revenue stream if we allow it. But from a player's perspective, Sulphite is not necessary. Azurite is fine. Sulphite is not needed in any way, shape, or form. You can just let the upgrades be through Azurite, and that's good enough. You don't need the double gatekeeping outside of League. It was fine in League, even though it was still kind of a pain in the rear. But outside of League, Sulphite just isn't needed as a mechanic. What you do is just make the fuel free, and then to upgrade your progression, you need Azurite. It should really be that simple. And you shouldn't ever feel like you can't keep delving if you want to keep delving. The same would be true of Heist too. I think both of these, from the endless experiences, we've learned that they both mechanically are just fine. And it would be also really cool is even if it was just as a trial, to open up one or the other versus leveling from scratch. I know that that's kind of an area where the developers are concerned of if it would be in the best interest long term. Like they would rather make a better leveling experience. And I'm hoping PoE 2 is that. But since we don't have a release date of PoE 2, why not give us Endless Delve until you release PoE 2? And then we can reevaluate after a year or two. Because I don't think you reevaluate instantly. I think you leave PoE 2 the way it is for at least a year. And let players really experience it and get involved with it. And then we'll kind of just see. If people aren't asking for it, then don't bring it back. If people ask for it, maybe you consider opening it back up. The other thing that Endless Delve and Endless Heist really showed us is how outdated the Labyrinth really is, and it's just kind of unnecessary. I think there should still be an Uber Lab, because I think there should still be a way to get the in-game helmet chance if you want it, right? And I think there should still be the upgraded versions of Uber Lab. So if you want those item enhancements, you can get them. But I think the gatekeeping and the need to run trials and labs should just be removed from the game. I don't think it's benefiting anyone. And I think our experiences with Delve and with Heist are enough to say that maybe it's not necessary at all. Maybe it's just fine the way it was with those two, where just at specific level points, you get them. If anything, Merciless could maybe be brought down a tad. I felt like Normal and Cruel were at really good points. I felt like Merciless and Uber were a little close. So either you would bring the Merc Lab down a little bit or the Uber Lab up a little bit. Either of those would be fine. Maybe Uber at 80 instead of Uber at 75. Maybe that's the answer. But something like that where we just progress through it and we don't have, like, we can skip some of the tediousness. I think a reoccurring theme that you're going to see is a lot of stuff that is tedious probably can just be gutted from the game, and it would make the game substantially better. And there's no real reason to have gatekeeping where it doesn't serve a purpose. I understand at the time lab was a good thing, and I think we're just past the point of it being necessary and it feeling like a good mechanic. And I think Delve really showed that the gameplay's fine without having to worry about any of that. And it feels better, in fact, because it feels like you're stopping progression to go do something else, when really the goal of an ARPG should be to keep progressing. I hope this helps. I hope this was informative, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, Exiles.